Everyone, Mr. Hissner here, and I want to continue looking at our segment proofs. Now, um, we looked at what a bisector looked like, what a supplementary, even complementary will be very similar, what those types of proof looks like. So now we're going to look at sort of an angle addition postulate proof, one that's going to be centered around angle addition. And um, these ones, these ones look like they involve a lot of work, and to a certain degree, that is true. So let me just kind of position this where I want it. I'm just going to get rid of this. Let's have a discussion. So RU is the same as VST, RSU, VST. So okay, so these two things are the same. And what do we want to prove? We want to prove that RSV, is the same as UST. Okay, so again, I'm going to think that I'm looking at this, and I'm really starting to see it. So, of course, I'm going to use the definition of congruence to turn this into an addition problem. So I'm just going to name these 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And in the discussion, this will help you because it will really help you get your thoughts together. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle RSV. So that's kind of what we wanted, right? And we also know that the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to UST. And we have the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. So what I can do is I can substitute, let's say, one of them. I'm just going to make a substitution. So I'm going to put in the second one. So the measure of angle 2 is equal to, or should I say, plus the measure of angle 1 is equal to UST. And notice measure of angle 1 plus 2, measure of angle 2 plus 1. Although they are flip-flopped, it's the same thing, right? But this one is RSV and this one is UST. And so that's the transitive property. So what am I going to do here? It looks like I'm going to use segment addition. I'm going to make a substitution. And then I'm going to use the transitive property. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So let's look at this proof. Okay, so the first thing we are always given. We have RSU. Okay, so this is the definition of congruence. We're just kind of transferring this. That's the definition of congruence. And now let's see what we have here. This looks like segment addition, right? Yeah, RSU plus USV is equal to the whole thing. So that's just stating the obvious. This is segment addition. Or not segment addition. That might be angle addition. There we go. Let's look at this next one. What's this? VST plus USV. Yep, again, that's another angle addition. Okay, so now this was literally these 3 bits given just using, so these 4 steps are just stuff from the figure. This is just stuff from the figure. We're told this, we're just grabbing this off of the figure, right? And now we're going to do our little do-si-do here. The tough part is you have to think about what's changed. So RSU, VST, RSU. So it looks like going from 4 to 5, these two are still the same. These two are still the same. And this one changed. And why did that change? Well, because there was a substitution. Because VST is RSU. VST is RSU. And so here there was a simple substitution. And now we have a transitive property. We have, I'm just going to write this over here, VST plus USV is equal to UST. And we have UST is equal to RSU plus USV. So notice this is what's connecting these two. This is if A is equal to B and B is equal to C. then A is equal to C. And that's what we're saying here. Here's the A. Oh, crap. Go back. Where'd it go? Where's the A? B. So I'm getting rid of the B. Oh, no. No, I'm not. Oh, man. Jeez, I missed it. I'm not. Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad. Let's look at it. Let me look. So this is, yeah, we're looking at this one. So this is RSV is equal to RSU plus USV. Good. Okay, and then what do we have here? We have, well, I'm connecting to this one. Okay, so I'm connecting to UST. And how are we connecting it to UST? I'm connecting it with, same thing, RSU plus, this is a plus, no, or no, RSU, no, yes, RSU, this is a V, yeah, RSU plus UST, no, V. Yeah, so this is my connector. A equal to B, B equal to C, A equal to C. These two cancel effectively. And yep, this is the bridge. So that's my transitive property. Not that you necessarily need to know that. Most of you could probably actually just guess that it was happening. However, that's why it's happening. And even for me, finally the last thing, and then I'll make a comment on these. The last thing, taking measurements, putting them back into figures. This is the definition of congruence. Okay, so even for me, the thing about these, why these problems get messy and hairy is because there's so many stinking letters. This is like alphabet soup. One thing to do is to mark your figure with numbers and then use those numbers in place of the values. And then when you look at the figure, just remember which one this was. So if it just will help you so much. I mean, that's like the number one thing you'll see me get hung up on is that it just turns into alphabet soup. There's so many numbers going on. It's really tough to keep your ducks in a row. And that's basically the difficult thing about segment addition proofs because you're working with so many different pieces of the segment addition that you can kind of get lost in the numbers and in the letter soup. So just try to use that method. And I think, aside from that, these aren't that bad. Thanks for watching.